Hello everybody and welcome to this microphone test featuring the new Galaxy Buds Pro. Now just keep in mind this is strictly a microphone test and not a full-on review. But in this video I'm going to be testing the microphone call quality on the Galaxy Buds Pro in a few controlled environments, and we're also going to be comparing them to a few other earbuds. Now personally I do have high hopes for the Galaxy Buds Pro because I am a fan of the microphone found on the Galaxy Buds Live. But with all that being said, we are going to start off with a pair of wired earbuds so that we can get our baseline. So these are the Apple EarPods, and overall, I think I sound pretty good. But in this video, we're going to be testing these earbuds in 3 different scenarios. First, in a quiet room like this one, and then we're going to be simulating road noise, which will be supplying us with a constant low frequency sound. And then we're going to be simulating a coffee shop, which will be supplying us with a random higher frequency sound. Now, even though the wired earpods sound pretty good, they do absolutely nothing to block out ambient noise, because right now you can clearly hear all of this road noise. And the same thing can be said about being in a coffee shop. My voice sounds pretty good, but you can clearly hear all of this chatter in the background. Now first, we're going to be starting with the Galaxy Buds Plus, which are still a fine pair of truly wireless earbuds to consider in 2021. Now, my voice sounds pretty good, but I do sound a little far away, and there is a noticeable amount of amplification going on. Now, when it comes to blocking out road noise, they block out a decent amount of noise, but my voice still sounds a little far away. But when it comes to blocking out chatter, your voice might get drowned out a little bit. So personally, I would try to avoid taking phone calls with these earbuds in a chatty area. Next up are the Galaxy Buds Live, and overall, this microphone does sound noticeably better than the microphone found on the Galaxy Buds Plus. My voice sounds cleaner with less amplification, which is always great. The Galaxy Buds Live also do a noticeably better job of blocking out road noise, aka a constant low frequency sound, all while still keeping your voice front and center. And they also do a noticeably better job of blocking out chatter. Now, your voice might get drowned out a little bit from time to time, but it's definitely still usable. But now, here is the Galaxy Buds Pro. Overall, this microphone sounds great, but I do feel this microphone performs basically identical to the Galaxy Buds Live, and that's not a bad thing at all. They have a good amount of emphasis on your voice without a lot of peaking. The Galaxy Buds Pro also do a really good job of blocking out road noise, aka a constant low frequency sound, all while still keeping your voice front and center, but you still do hear a little bit of road noise in the background. And the Galaxy Buds Pro also do a really good job of blocking out chatter, aka a random higher frequency sound. However, those louder, higher pitched sounds really do manage to get in here when you're talking. So your voice might get a little drowned out from time to time. But nonetheless, the microphone on the Galaxy Buds Pro is definitely still usable, even when you're in a chatty area. But now let's move on to the rest of the competition, starting with AirPods. Now, just to save time, the microphones on both the AirPods and AirPods Pro perform basically identical. Now, there is an emphasis on your voice, but there isn't too much amplification, so peaking really isn't an issue. And this microphone also does a decent job of blocking out constant low frequency sounds like this road noise. Now, you can still hear a little bit of road noise in the background, but my voice is the main focus here. However, when it comes to blocking out random higher frequency sounds like what you would find in a coffee shop, even though they are blocking out a decent amount of noise, your voice might get jumbled up a little bit here. Next up are the Bose QC Earbuds. Now, this microphone doesn't have as much amplification as, let's say, AirPods, so it doesn't have as much peaking. Now, even though my voice does sound okay, I do feel that it is a little on the shallow side. Now, when it comes to blocking out road noise, the Bose QC earbuds do a really good job of isolating your voice from that constant low frequency sound. But you can definitely still hear a decent amount of road noise in the background. However, what's more important is that your voice might sound a little more shallow than normal, and you might even get a slight echo sometimes. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, I feel this is where the Bose QC earbuds really start to struggle. Now, just like before, the Bose QC earbuds do a good job of separating your voice from that background noise, but there is a lot of high-pitched interference going on. Next up are the Jabra Elite 85Ts, which have a decent sounding microphone for phone calls while in a quiet room. However, I do wish this microphone had a little bit more focusing going on my voice. Now, just like the Bose QC Earbuds, this microphone doesn't have too much amplification to it, so there isn't as much peaking. However, this microphone does let in a noticeable amount of road noise. And this microphone also lets in a noticeable amount of chatter. So personally, I would try to avoid taking phone calls with these earbuds in a noisier environment. But now let's move over to a pair of wireless earbuds that I think have exceptional microphones for phone calls. First of which are the Google Pixel Buds. Now, these earbuds really do like to put an emphasis on your voice, which is not a bad thing because I don't sound as robotic as with the Jabras. And these earbuds also do a really good job of blocking out constant low frequency sounds like this road noise, all while still keeping your voice front and center. And when it comes to blocking out chatter, again, these earbuds do a really good job of keeping your voice front and center, and they also block out a good amount of noise. However, those louder, higher frequency sounds really do manage to sneak in while you're talking. But finally, here are the OnePlus Buds, and these earbuds really do have a really impressive microphone. In a quiet room, they sound great, and my voice sounds very natural. But what's really impressive is just the amount of constant low frequency sounds these earbuds block out. Because right now, we're running the road noise simulation, and you can barely hear any of it. Now, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this road noise. But if we were to switch back over to the OnePlus Buds, it is severely reduced. And again, when it comes to blocking out chatter, these earbuds do a really impressive job. Because again, if we were to switch over to my lapel microphone, you're going to clearly hear all of this chatter. But if we were to switch back over to the OnePlus Buds, it is severely reduced and my voice still sounds great. So overall, the Galaxy Buds Pro have a great sounding microphone for phone calls, which is super important now, just given the amount of remote work people do now. They put a good emphasis on your voice without a lot of peaking, and they also block out a decent amount of noise without distorting your voice too much. Now, the Galaxy Buds Pro sound noticeably better than the Galaxy Buds Plus, but they don't sound all that different from the Galaxy Buds Live, which is not a bad thing. But for right now, I still gotta say, the OnePlus Buds are the ones to beat. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit that like button and get subscribed. It helps out more than you realize. If you want to pick any of the products up mentioned in this video, those will be linked in the description down below, and you can also support the channel by checking out the merch store. But other than that, I'll catch you next time.